Don't forget to check out my Patreon where we have exclusive content for groups such as Twice, 17, Red Velvet, Blackpink, NCT, Super M, SHINee, AT, Stray Kids, and so much more, along with K-dramas, concerts, and other variety shows. Hey guys, Andrew, and today we have 1, 2, 3 IVE episode 1. We did episode 0. Now we're on to episode 1. This is kind of like their pre-debut journey, so I'm looking forward to it, getting to know the girls more. So let's hop into the video. Okay. Dance practice, okay. Are we gonna see them learn the choreo? That'd be really cool. I have a feeling we're gonna hear a lot of 11 in this video. Or in the series in general.
자, 플레이 테스트했습니다. 하나, 둘, 셋. 둘, 셋. 안녕하세요. 아이브입니다.
Aww.
안녕. 출근했어요.
I like the sweatpants.
뭔가 처음 보여드리는 건 엄청 긴장이 되는데 빨리 시작해볼까요?
Is that find the changed moves? I ain't gonna know.
원디 해주세요. 원디. 노래 틀어주세요.
저희가 안무 연습을 시작한 지 한 일주일 정도 됐어요.
Oh, okay. This room looks so creepy. I think this is like a vocal room or something.
속마음캠 방에 왔고요.
속마음캠. 지금 비 웃기게 나온다. 어떡해. 이렇게. 지금 너무 웃기게 나오는데?
This is fish-eyed.
한 사람 한 사람 집중이 될 수 있을 것 같은 느낌? 킬링 파트도 많고.
That is true. This is perfect to learn names. I mean, I kind of know the names by now, but... Baby, 4, 5, 6, 7. You make me feel like I love it. Oh. I feel like I got it down, just gotta keep bumping into each other.
마지막에 들어오는 게 너무 다급해가지고.
I'm surprised a lot of girl groups don't, or even guys with long hair, don't tie their hair up when they're doing choreo. I guess you would have to, but like at least for the first few practices, I would have my hair up. Because I know like they probably have their hair down for the actual dancing, so you have to get used to it, but...
할까요?
오늘은 처음으로 아이브의 단체 연습을 촬영하는 그런 시간이 있었는데 항상 저희끼리만 하다가 보여주게 되니까 설레어하고 긴장도 하고 했는데 카메라 앞에서 하다 보니까 떨려서 내가 가지고 있는 것들을 다 못 보여줬던 것 같아서 그게 너무 아쉬웠던 것 같고
처음 합을 맞추는 거다 보니까 잘 안 맞기도 하고 계속 연습을 하면서 맞춰왔던 것 같아요.
So did they already like know the dances? They just haven't done the actual group choreo yet.
많이 좋아진 것 같아서 다행이고.
I thought they always practice as a group. No, I guess that makes sense. They would. It's nice to see them out of breath though, because a lot of times they try to hide it. I love that choreo, it's so cool. Like the whole like thing.
그걸로 라이브를 할 수 있나 이런 생각 들면서 그래서 맨날 라이브 연습하긴 하거든요. 저 혼자서 개인적으로라도.
That's smart. That's what a lot of companies do. They make them do like exercise or like go on a treadmill to learn. I think SM does it on a treadmill. Oh my god.
처음부터 입박으로 좀 맞추고 다시 해봅시다.
좋아요.
5,
보통 안무 연습을 할 때는 유진이가 많이 봐주거든요. 유진이가 잘 추기도 하고 리더이기도 해서 피드백도 주고 이러는데 되게 듬직한 것 같아요.
Oh, I love seeing like it slow down. It's so cool. I don't know if Eugen's like a main dancer, I can't remember, but like I noticed even leaders who aren't main dancers tend to lead the choreo, which is interesting. Except for like J-Hope and BTS.
너 자꾸 이렇게 해가지고 이렇게 날 설레게 해주세요. 이거 할 때 후 이렇게 입 모양 하는 거 잊지 말아주세요.
네.
간지럽든 난물 이거 할 때
I could never do that.
언니가 이렇게 치거든? 그냥 여기서 난 몰랐어 니만 이리
Like I know they have a choreographer who probably checks it first, but
아니면은 이쪽으로 와주세요. 여기 치고 있는 사람 있죠. 네. 이렇게 설레게 이거 할 때 최대한 어깨만 써야 되는데 뭔가 이렇게 쓰다 보면 이렇게 같이 써지게 되거든?
this is really cool because a lot of times
이렇게 해줘 저렇게
a lot of groups you don't see this part of the choreo. Like maybe you'll see this with the singing, not the choreo though. Like the only time I see idols learning choreo is during survival shows and stuff, and like I don't know, it's different for like to see a group because like when it's like a survival show, usually there's like the main, like I said, the main dancer, like, and they usually distribute and pick out who decides to lead what thing, and he or she is the leader, so she already has that responsibility. So it's just really interesting to see her. I guess she also has experience from the previous group, of course, but I don't know, it's cool to see this.
탁탁 말하는 스타일이어서 그런데 너무 되게 말 잘 듣게 돼요 뭔가.
네.
정말 그때 리듬이 뿜뿜.
Oh, Liz seems to really respect her.
이때 옆줄이 너무 안 맞는 것 같아. 죄송. 언니가 뒷줄이죠?
I actually noticed that too.
여기 뒤에서
특히 저는 이제 언니다 보니까 애들이 말을 잘 못할 수도 있는데 유진이는 언니 이거는 뭐 이렇게 해줄 수 있을까요? 이렇게 얘기를 해줘서
Yeah, they said that in the
저도
first
더
episode or the
발전할 수 있게 도와준
prologue.
것 같고.
사랑하게 될 거는 이거 이렇게 하고 그냥 바로 나오거든. 멈춰주고 나와야 될 것 같아. 그러면은
단체 맞출 때 우리 카리스마 리더 유진 언니가 해주신 그런 말들을 잘 생각하고 좋아질
Actually, wait, I have kind of seen this with TXT's pre-debut. But I don't think they were teaching each other. I think they had their choreographer. Wow.
근데 이거 할 때 각도가 잘 안 맞아 보이니까
Oh,
몸을 이렇게
the transitions are
흔들고
cute.
왔더니 지금 너무 졸리네요. 잘 수도 있어. 그 유진 언니랑 가을 언니랑 아까 어디 갔던데 둘이 뭐 맛있는 거 먹으러 가는 거 아니야? 우리 지금
She's like, why you leave me out?
남겨두고
They probably bought some ice cream.
노을이 너무 이쁘다.
Oh, never mind. They really did just leave them.
아니야 막 이렇게 하고 이제 왔었는데 감성이 차오르네.
They're having adult talk.
요즘이요? 요즘 힘들죠. 언니는 어때요?
데뷔할 거야 라고 하면은 기쁨의 눈물 날 줄 알았어. 우와 이러면서 눈물 흘리고.
That's true. They don't have the experience that Eugene and Wonyoung have about already having debuted.
마냥 즐겁지만은 않았구나.
우리가 공개됐을 때의 반응 일단 두렵고 거기 속에서 또 자신감을 잃진 않을까? 근데 사람은 긍정적으로 생각해야
맞아.
더 잘 돼.
맞아.
너는 이제 리더고 언니잖아. 그래서
그죠.
힘든 부분을 아무래도 동생들한테 얘기하기 좀 어려울 것 같긴 해. 왜냐면
어렵죠. 많이 어렵죠.
나도 그렇거든. 고민이 많은데 혼자 뭔가 이겨내고 있지는
She's like, lean on me as the eldest.
나를 정하는 게 제일 힘든 것 같아 일단.
너를 정하는 거.
그러니까 사람은
You don't need to define yourself, but I know idols tend to have to be defined.
해서 내가 변했을 때 안
Until they
좋아하지는 않을까? 뭔가 이런
kind of
식으로
establish a fandom that will like them regardless.
최근에 좀 힘들었죠. 그래도 이제 리더로서 친구들 얘기도 많이 들어주고 싶고 제가 의지될 수 있는 사람이었으면 좋겠고 그 역할을 제대로 못 해내는 것 같아서
많이 미안했어?
미안하기도 하고 신경도 쓰이고 그러죠.
변하는 거를 두려워하기보다는 내가 잘 옳은 길을 가고 있나? 이게 좀 더 중요한 포인트인 것 같아. 두려움만 있는 건 사실 아니거든.
그래서 설렘이 크기 때문에 두려움도 있는 거야.
6명이서
That's a smart way of thinking about it. To have fear means you have something you're kind of looking forward to, right? Because like otherwise what would you be fearful of if you didn't care? I guess that's like what that means. That's what she's getting at. I think
우리 팀이 이렇게 얘기로 많이 하면서 한 팀으로
I keep forgetting he's only
제
6.
초반에 막 호구조사
It's such a weird number.
거의 소개팅이었어 우리 막.
맞아.
뭐 좋아해? 막 이런 거. 친해지기 바빴을 그때니까. 근데 항상 고민을 말할 때 너무 걱정이 되는 게 동생들은 나를 강한 사람이라고 생각해줬으면 좋겠고 날 믿어줬으면 좋겠으니까 뭔가 약해 보이는 게 싫다고.
맞아, 나도. 나는 든든한 언니가 되고 싶은데.
굳이 깰 필요 있어 그거?
어.
전 그래서 언니가 있어서 진짜 다행이라고 생각해요.
이런저런 일을 겪으면서 뭔가 리더의 무게를 진짜 많이 알았거든.
그래서 연생 때 언니가 리더였으니까.
근데 나는 실전이
Cute.
아니었잖아. 근데 너는 진짜 실전이고.
언니가 약간 FM이고 내가 약간 융통성이잖아.
맞아. 이것까지 하기로 했으면 이것까지는 해야지. 왜냐면 나는 진짜.
뭔지 알 것 같아 근데.
애들아 이건 좀 더 해야 되진 않을까? 근데 또 너는 융통성 있게.
근데 나는 오늘 괜찮은데?
흘러가듯이 하면은 내가 딱 잡아줄 수 있고. 너까지 그렇게 하는 사람이었으면
진짜 애들 힘들었어.
애들 집에 못 가. 애들 숨 막혀.
처음에 엄청 걱정했어요.
I like we're seeing like one-on-ones. I hope we do this throughout the
불편한 점이
episodes.
있진 않을까. 근데 오히려 도움을 받는 일이 많을 것 같다고 생각했어.
그리고 나는 그냥 너가 리더가 돼서 너무 좋아.
진짜요? 뭐야.
Aww.
동생이지만
I'll cry. Me sobbing.
저번 촬영이나 이럴 때 진짜 널 보면서 많이 배웠거든. 진짜 너랑 원영이 같이 경험이 있는 사람들이 하는 게 행운인 것 같아. 진짜로.
나는 사실 난 그렇게 생각해서 너무 기쁘다.
That is true. It'll lead to less
시작하는 사람도
awkwardness.
얼마나 하나하나가 큰 일이고 소중한 일이야. 나한테는 지금 너무 소중하지만 뭔가 그런 의미가 다르다고 생각하거든요. 긴장하고 이럴 거 아니야. 근데 나는 옆에서 그냥
아무렇지
하는
않게
거지. 너 친구들과 공감을 못 해주나? 이런 생각을 했어요.
진짜
Mm.
떨리고 엄청 설렘을 가지고 이렇게 준비를 했는데
쟤는 그냥 하네.
진짜 아무렇지도 않게 그냥 해버리네. 근데 심지어 잘하네. 이렇게 생각하면은 진짜 그냥 그렇게 되는 거고.
근데 그렇게 받아들이지 않아줘서 너무 좋은 것 같아. 너무 고마워. 근데 애들 다 착해가지고 그렇게 생각할 엄두도 못 냈을 거야.
애들 너무 착해. 이건 진짜.
진짜 착해. 나이 차이는 별로 안 난단 말이에요. 그냥 되게 응애 같아.
I mean, they are.
지금 완전 깜깜해졌네. 얘기하니까 약간 리프레시가 되네, 뭔가.
너랑 이렇게 얘기하니까 마음에 그런 게 좀 없어지는 것 같아. 다 같이 얘기도 많이 하고.
다 같이도 많이 하고, 우리끼리도 많이 하고. 팀의 분위기를 잘 만들어야 하는 거니까.
할 수 있어.
파이팅.
예. 아파.
She's like, you're too strong.
날
Oh.
죽이려고.
다 지켰어.
그 이제 또 연습하러 가야지.
Oh my god, I like twisted my wrist and it cracked.
하나, 둘, 셋. 파이팅.
갑시다.
갑시다.
여러분들은
This is so
저의
cute.
실체를 모르시겠지만 이제 곧 밝혀지겠죠? 너무 떨린다. 너무 두렵다. 너무
Liz does always seem the most nervous to me.
근데 빨리 보여드리고 싶긴 한데 제가 또 마음이 여리기 때문에 예쁘게
Like on the
모습을
week
하는
later.
마음. 욕하시면 안 돼요. 저 울어요.
내가 좋아하는 멤버들이랑 재밌게 촬영할 수 있어서 너무 행복한 것 같아요. 그래서
I think it's always cute to see pre-debut idols because they always just seem so giddy and obviously nervous too, but like just they're all like excited and hyper and just it's cute.
프리 좀 불러주면 안 돼?
Wait, it was explaining.
리사 프리 좀 불러주면 안 돼?
Oh, I'm glad it's 11. Or were they just replacing it with Prism?
연습 가자.
Let's get it 해야지.
Like, was she just replacing the word? It wasn't gonna be named that.
이거 할 때 파박 별로 안 사는 거. 네. 돌아우 헤이.
I love when people jump and sing. It's just so crazy to me. It's so complicated to do that, to like all jump at the same time. Underrated quality of K-pop dances. Synchronization jumping.
퇴근 바이브 항상 우리 초능력 쓰잖아. 갑자기 그 바이브는 다르지. 퇴근 바이브야?
퇴근 바이브로 해야 해. 항상 언제나.
아 언제나 항상.
Always. 퇴근 바이브.
Always.
어떻게 보겠어요. 오케이.
대박.
퇴근 바이브가.
They can't be out here interrupting the song like this. Usually out here trying to...
이사희 찐찐 노트. 안녕하세요. 유진이의 찐찐 노트.
Yujin's trying to steal the bias rule right now.
아침과 비교해보세요.
Like, I feel like each episode I'm gonna adore every member.
진짜 딱 30초 있다 모니터지 어때?
아니 근데 모니터 할 때도
Wait, there's I think 6 episodes. Maybe each one of them is focused on a member. This one's Yujin.
아니 앉아서 모니터만 치는 거랑 너무
딱 마지막 5초 마지막 5초.
Hey. That's funny.
컴 모니터 해야지.
Cute.
큐
갑니다. 네.
재채기 나와?
I'm actually yawning.
안 한다 못해. 네. 자리가 좁아서
어쩔 수 없지.
둘이 조금 안 맞을 것 같은 점. 너무 좋아. 그래서 진짜 미안하지만
Monitoring.
릴레이 할 때 이거 좀 잘 돌려주세요.
네.
알겠어요?
앞으로 큰 모브. 아 근데 너 약간 직각이 아닌데 이게?
딱 붙인다 생각해야 되지 않을까? 손댈 때 여기 귀에 대면
귀에 안 돼서 그렇다. 예스 예스.
여기 딱 귀에 대야 돼.
예스 굿.
이렇게.
오케이.
직각보단 귀에 된다.
잘하는데?
옆줄은 진짜 안 맞는다.
Yeah.
너무 힘차게 뒤로 갔나? 근데 언니처럼 뒤로 가야 돼. 그리고 좀 약간 힘을 내서 뒤로 가줘야 돼.
I was noticing that too.
언니 실 같지?
야 멋있다. 이렇게 해야 돼.
이게 뭐야? 이게 약간 언니 허벅지 밟은 것 같은데?
Oh, shoot. Oh, I see. She laughed during it too. I always feel bad for those types of choreos, or like when they have to stand on each other, or like you probably have so many bruises. Just a little.
좀 나가줘야 될 것 같아. 이게 요게 아니라 요 부위가 돼야 돼서 이게 직선이 동그램인데 뭔가 이렇게 돼 있어.
You mean a U? She said a round V. That's so cute.
이게 앞사람 바로 뒤에 있으면 안 되고 살짝 나가야 될 것 같아. 유진이가 다 하기 힘드니까 의견 많이 내면서 맞춰가는 편인 것 같아요. 저희
I like they all, because you can't just focus on one person. She's not going to notice everything. You need different perspectives.
이건 뭐죠?
손이 내고
Someone's going to notice something that she wouldn't.
안으로 넣어야 돼. 예스.
Yes.
눈사람처럼. 올라베. 이거 우리 뭐야? 이거 하기로 했잖아. 하지 말자. 왜? 하지 마요?
너무 지저분해 보여서?
비어 있는데 여기 이렇게 하니까
맞아, 이게 나을 것 같아.
닿는 게 예뻐.
이거 언니
Wow.
그날의 미친 날에 사랑하게 됐거든.
I find it interesting they have perspectives on the choreo.
이거 빗살무늬 토기가 안 됐으면 좋겠다는 거지.
이거야?
근데 그런 빗살무늬 토기야.
아, 그래, 이렇게 해요?
Like, I'm assuming they get it approved.
요거만 안 되면 돼요. 이렇게.
Like, I doubt they just signify what the last
빗살무늬 토기냐 동그라미냐
product
이거.
looks like, which would be the dance.
그거 맞지? 시안 안무. 거기가 진짜
근데 시안이 그 아래가 동그래요. 이렇게.
아래가 동그래.
내 집 약간 이렇게 하고 있어. 이렇게 되겠는 거. 이렇게 하면 뒤 이렇게 될 걸요.
그거 어떻게 해야 돼?
그럼 살짝 레이가 약간 들어야 되는 거 아니야?
좀만 이렇게요?
벌려. 여기를 손끝을 벌려봐.
이렇게요?
이렇게 말고 약간 동그랗게. 어때요?
뭐야.
좀 웃긴가? 그냥 빗살무늬 토기로 하자.
아니 근데 그게 너무 예뻐.
동그라미가?
해보는 게 나을 것 같아.
그래 해봐.
약간 이 정도 아닌가?
지금 딱 거기 올려.
Yes, very good. It's very good.
그리고 너가 좀 더 꺾어 안으로. 이렇게 약간.
이거야. 뭐야. 어때요?
어때요?
Wait, what does Wonyoung do?
사진 찍어주셨어.
Does she stand there? I can't remember. I think she just stands there, right?
괜찮지 않아?
Or does she do this too? Why do I not remember? I think she just stands there.
이줄 바로 뒤에만 안 있으면 돼요.
나 왜 이렇게 신나지?
Oh, they still have such a sweet smile. That's adorable. They're just cheesing. They're so proud of themselves. I like that they're excited about it.
다음 시간에 나 갑자기 너무 신기한가?
중요한 나온다. 오케이
자 리더.
The pressures.
다음 시간에 일단 옆줄 맞추는 거 진짜 신경 써야 돼. 이거 약간 좀 너무 무거워. 이거 줄이게 신경 쓰자.
그리고 엔딩.
맞아 엔딩 동그라미 맞추는 거.
Yeah, I love they chip in.
우리 화이팅 만들까?
만들면 안 돼요?
만들어야 돼. 화이팅 만들어야 돼. 좋다.
Oh yeah, they don't. Well, they do. I think I don't remember it.
한 명씩 아이디어.
내기. 자, 언니부터. 네가 말해.
가위바위보.
아니, 얘 아직 카메라가 친해지는 중. 맞네. 야, 내 얼굴이 홍당무 됐어.
Oh, here we have embarrassed Liz again. I totally relate. Like, if I don't, even if I wear makeup, my face gets red.
어머. 와, 너무 좋아. 언니 너무 좋아.
We love the support.
아이팅. 아니 우리 다시 받아주자. 언니가 너무 빨리 하면 언니 빨리 혼자 왔어.
맞네.
언니 템포 따라가기가 힘들어. 하면 우리가 받아줄게.
언니 아이디어가 뭐라고? 나 갑자기 떠올랐어.
그래요?
화이팅!
Amazing.
너무 좋아.
Never been done before.
생각나는 사람 말하게 하자.
근데 약간 좀
굳이
부끄러운데.
화이팅 안 바꿔도
진짜 부끄러운데? 괜찮을 것 같아. 기대가 돼요. 이렇게.
약간 좀 뭔가 이 제스처가 있으면 좋겠어.
Oh, she says she's in charge of choreography, so okay.
우리 아이해브 뭘 가진다고잖아. 그러니까 이거 가지는 거.
This is endearing. I think we'll talk at the end about it, but this is what I love about younger groups.
하고 퇴근하는 거야. 이름이 뭐였죠? 그 진짜 신날 때는
About like cheerleaders or something.
저희 오늘 퇴근하겠습니다.
둘, 셋.
That's so cute. I can't wait to see the progress on that. Are they? Is it over? Y'all hear the neighbors. Do you hear them?
저희끼리 했을 때 저 사실 진짜 힘들었거든요. 주도적으로 안무 연습을
Okay,
해본
so
적이
this is what I was wondering.
건너 내가 봤던 것들을 생각하면서 이제
That was their
주도를
first time
했었는데
doing it alone. Like they were taught it and then they're just adding their little things and improving. They probably get it approved at the end.
자꾸 막 망설이 되더라고요. 아 이게 맞을까? 근데 이제 요즘은 자신감을 갖고 친구들에게 이제 믿음을 주고 주도를 하려고 열심히 노력 중인데 너무 어려운 것 같아요. 이건 비밀이에요. 사실
We have
제가
1.9 million people
좀
with
걱정이
the secret.
많지만 들키지 않기 위해서 정말 많은 노력 중이에요. 그래도 여러분들이라도 비밀 해주세요. 제발.
Adorable. These also kind of remind me of like BTS's vlogs they did before they debuted and stuff.
저 스스로를
Or
귀여워할 수 있는
like I said, TXT did a little show before.
몇 년 뒤에도
But it's not
똑같은
like
고민을
that common,
힘들어하는지
so it's cute to see these things.
그때는 아주 멋있고 성숙한
I feel like you're always gonna have your worries, but they'll probably just be different.
바랍니다. 지금은 아직 시행착오를 겪는
I
거라서
don't know, is anyone ever really mature?
오케이.
But yeah, it's like trial and error.
제 얘기를 들어주셔서 감사해요.
So yeah, I guess each episode we're focusing on a different member.
뭐 그게 나쁘다는 건 아니지만 그래도 매사 이렇게 진지하지만은 않다고요.
Of course.
아무튼 여러분.
Oh, she's so sweet. I'm so proud of her. I definitely felt like I got bias wrecked by Yujin, and I just feel such respect. I don't know why, but that ending kind of made me a little emotional. But yeah, she went from second youngest to a leader. That's so interesting. What I was saying is I love... So I'm one who's like, let's not debut babies. I'm one who's like, because people will often try to kind of excuse it as like being in a sport or I don't know, like doing karate and stuff like that, or being a cheerleader or things like that, or being in a band. But the difference here is they don't, when you're in a group, sometimes like with Treasure, 2 of the members were living with their parents, but they weren't even the 2 youngest. The youngest were still living in the dorms. Like, this is different. It's not like going to boarding school or anything like that, because they're working essentially. They do get paid, but it's not much. It's not like even so, like I was gonna say, like Justin Bieber, like he was getting paid a lot. He was getting his money, but even he, like, I don't approve of how he was brought into the industry. I don't approve of how he was handled. I don't approve of how he was basically raised by all these rappers and people around him who were essentially not like treating him like a child like he was. No offense to his mom, but I don't really like his mom either. I don't like how she handled it. But I try not to, you know, trash on a parent because I don't know the situation, but I definitely don't think it was handled right. Essentially, an idol is one, taken away from the parent. They barely see the parent, which we've heard many stories of. And I try to not judge idols' parents, but it's just really hard because even when they're training, a lot of them live in dorms. And I'm like, there's, to me, no excuse of that. Like, I feel there's no reason for them to live in the dorms. And I try to, like, understand, and I really try, because I'm like, I know they want their kids to have their dreams fulfilled and to be, like, happy, but I think there's ways they could go about it without all this. I like that. I think majority of idols, I don't think there's many idols who drop out of school. I think either they get their GED like Yoshi from Treasure, or they do online school, or they sometimes go to SOPA and just like have certain classes, and I think that's great. I really like that they still get their education on. I think that's wonderful, and that's actually really inspiring to me because I think that's great. It shows great like idolship, like to kids who look up to them, because it shows, hey, they're not just dropping out, which is good. And they usually get really good grades and stuff. I'm like, couldn't be me. I couldn't even do it without being an idol. But I do think there's a question of like having someone who's like, because you have to think, like Lisa here, she's 14, 15. Oh my god. Oh. But then she was even younger when she was training, and I think that's really weird. Because like, I can understand the training where it's like, it's kind of like taking dance classes and stuff. It's more of the like, I don't mind that they train when they're young, if they live with their parents. I think it's more the act of like being an idol, because long hours, usually not eating right, usually not being raised. Like, you're having a 17-year-old raise like a 14-year-old and stuff. It's really weird. Or like a 19, even that's young. I don't know. But what I do like about younger groups is there's this sense of youth and excitement that older groups won't like produce. Like, they won't, if someone's like debuting at 19, they're usually depressed, and it's so sad to say that bluntly, but it's true. They usually have been there longer. Like Bangchan from Stray Kids, he was not like, oh my god, we're debuting. He was like, we're debuting, we're gonna have to make this happen. And I understand that, but like that's what I mean. There's like a difference. Like when you're watching the Stray Kids pre-debut versus this, and I know that was like a survival, so it was different. But like, or even maybe like TXT's pre-debut, like there was some innocence and happiness there. But like Yeonjun was training for a while, so he wasn't over here like giddy. I think it's just sweet that like, you know, when they're like 15, 16, 17, like there's just like a sense of a different vibe going on, and it's innocent, it's sweet, and they're just so excited because it wasn't, I mean, sadly Gail here, she was saying she was nervous, but she still was excited, and she's older, so I think it's nice to just kind of get different vibes. I've been watching older groups, and I'm watching like really younger groups like Treasure and IVE, and I think it just has a nice balance to it. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you agree. I think the solution to idols, because I do understand why they debut them young, especially male groups. I just think there should be restrictions, like certain amount of comebacks a year, certain amount of show appearances until they get older. They stay with their parents until they're at least like 18. I'll say 18, 17, I guess 19 Korean age, 18 Korean age, like something like that. Stuff like that, like just some regulations there should be. Like I don't understand why there isn't. The difference in America is like when usually like it was like Justin Bieber who like debuted at like 13, 14ish. I can't remember. I think it was 13. He, you know, he signs to a record label. It's not like a it's different, like, because you can't really, I don't think you can properly do a contract like that with a regular singer in America. But with K-pop training, there definitely could be, I think, more things added in there. I think you can in America too, but like I guess it would be a little harder. But I feel like there could be regulations. Regardless, I just wanted to talk about that briefly because IVE is one of the youngest groups I'm doing, and I think it's important to discuss this because I'm not saying we have to get rid of 14-year-olds debuting. I mean, I would love that, but it's not going to happen. So instead, we could just hope for changes in how they debut. And I get that, like, the reason they live together and the reason groups nowadays are way, like, closer is because they have them live together longer. They're like roommates. A lot of the times, not always, they have to like share rooms, and it kind of just builds a bond. And they did that earlier too, but they would move out really quickly. Lately, I've noticed groups don't move out right away. Like they'll stay together longer since like third gen. I think it's really sweet. I think it shows groups have gotten closer, built tighter bonds, and not saying like Super Junior stuff don't, like they did, but like they have different types of bonds, and I think it's great. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Baby, I'm ready for you.